In the last video, we tried to save 10K in 3 months with our current salary. In this video, I will show you the type of jobs that can help you save that much in 3 months. I'm sure people who are looking to change careers or even start their careers with no degree or experience will find this video very helpful. So please do share with them. For now, grab your cup of tea or coffee if you're feeling rebellious, and let's get straight into it because today I'm spilling all the secrets. If you're new here, hi, my name is Yvonne, and on this channel, I share my personal experience and useful information to make your stay in the UK a bit more easier. We are currently going through a series on making more money and how we can multiply that money in the UK. And this current episode is about, wait, I've already told you what this episode is about, right? Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any video from me. Let's get started.
Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind.
So, depending on the industry that you worked in when you were back home, or the industry that you are currently working in here, or if you're not working in anywhere yet, there are always some transferable skills that you can put on your CV. And this can help you pivot into your new career or a new industry. So let's go through them one by one. I promise it is not the normal jobs that you know of, like your
doctor, engineer, pilot, 747 Boeing.
No. This applies to our US and Canadian friends. Whatever salary I put up, please put like 50K to it because your salaries are higher than our own for some reason. Not for some reason, well, we all know why. If you were ever given a chance to change careers or to start your career, which industry would you choose and would you take that chance? Okay, let's play a quick game. I like games. So guess which one pays more? A construction worker or a software developer? Put them in the comment section, please. A beauty therapist or a data analyst? A call center agent or a project manager? I'll give you a few seconds. If you guess software developer, data analyst, and project manager, you're right. You are very, very right. A project manager earns between 30K and 80K depending on where you live or depending on the industry that you work in. I actually saw a guy saying that he earned his first 6-figure working as a project manager. He earned about 120K working as a project manager at the age of 23. Mind you, he was working at a warehouse at the time and he took the Scrum Master certification and also optimized his CV by putting transferable skills on there. And then he landed a project coordinator job. And within 1 year, he was able to get a role that gave him that 120K per year. So in simple terms, a project manager is like a wedding planner. Imagine yourself as a wedding planner. Someone wants a wedding, they will come to you. You have to look for the DJ, the caterer, the decor person, and all those people that will bring the wedding to life. You will coordinate all those things and bring those people together to do the project. But then you are doing this in a corporate setting and it cuts across different industries: tech, healthcare, construction, all the industries that you can think of. You don't necessarily need to have knowledge about that specific industry that you are working in as a project manager, but then it helps so that nobody will bully you that you don't have technical expertise. So you will manage the budget of the project, schedule calls, bring people together, some of the things that you might already be doing in your current job. You can start at an entry level. You don't need certification, by the way, but I'll give you the certifications that you would have to take to also increase your competitiveness in the market, because the job market these days, it is in hell, in the gutter. It is not easy. Virtual hugs to anyone searching for a job currently. From me to you. You will start at entry level. If it is your first time, you would earn about 30 to 40K within the first year, but then after realistically, after 5 years, you will start earning 6 figures. I've seen a lot of videos of people saying that, oh, after 2 years, they started earning 120K. After 3 years, they started. So it depends on the industry you find yourself in. Tech is very lucrative. And then your progression. So like I said, you don't necessarily need the certificates to get in, but it helps. So the most popular ones I've seen is the Scrum Master, the CAP-M, and then the Prince 2 Foundation and Practitioner certificate. Each certificate has its cost, and I'll put it on the screen for you to go through it. You can pause to just go through it quickly. You can either go for a self-study option or an instructor-led. If you know that you can't study by yourself, please go for an instructor-led so that you don't feel demotivated when you are doing the studies yourself. It depends on your preference. I know someone who went into project management, but then she was a manager at her current job and then she just pivoted into a project management role, and she's earning a lot of money now. You will be surprised the amount of transferable skills that you can actually put on your CV when you start applying for these jobs. Now, you have to look for jobs with titles like project administrator, project coordinator, and PMO analyst. These are all entry roles that you can apply to, and you can find these jobs on different websites. Like I said, it cuts across a lot of industries, so you have a pool of industry to actually apply to. But then I'll of course give you a few examples here. Data analysts are hot cake now. Everyone is looking for data analysts, every single organization. I think you should look into it if you're really determined to break into tech. So with data analysts, you'll be like a detective. They will give you data with mountains and mountains of information, and you have to sift through and fish through to find hidden patterns and trends. And then you give this to the business. They will use it to make strategic decisions, or they will use it to help the business grow. You see this graph here? A data analyst is behind it. A data analyst also earns between 30K and 80K. It could go more than that. It's 80K plus. People who studied mathematics or computer science may have the upper hand here, but you can take certifications and courses on the side and then break into the field. I will share the certifications with you in a minute. There is this guy that I saw on TikTok who explained how he was able to break into data analytics, and in his second year he started earning 50K. That's his second year, so it means that there is still potential for his salary to grow. Now, you can get some of the certificates from Google, Microsoft, or IBM. I think I saw a video again of this guy on TikTok. He said if he was starting his data analyst career, the certificate he would have taken was IBM. So I guess the IBM might be the one that you want to take if you're really serious about getting into data analytics. Now, the cost of the certificate ranges between £175 and then 1,500. It can be instructor-led or self-study, and it takes about 2 weeks to 6 months to complete the course, depending on the course that you are taking. Know thyself, because I know people who started, I'm sure they are probably watching, they started the Google course and it's self-study and they couldn't complete it because it was a lot. And probably maybe you will start and realize that it's not for you, and then you stop and do something else. But if you really want to go into it, know yourself and know what is best for you. Also, when you start, know where you want to end up, because we have a lot or different types of data analysts in marketing, different fields. So just know where you want to end up so that you can plan accordingly. Don't just start the course because I said you can earn 80K a year. Also, once you're done with the course, you have to build a portfolio. There's a lot of data online. You can take the data and do your own analysis on the data. No one has sent you, but when you start applying, the recruiters or the company might ask to see your portfolio or what you've done to see if they are going to employ you or not. So don't just do the course and then sit and apply and wait to get the job. Or whilst you are waiting, do that on the side. Now, almost every company is hiring for data analysts. Like I said, it is high in demand. So where do you look for? So just search for data entry clerk, business analyst assistant, market research analyst, IT support analyst. These are all entry-level roles that you can apply to once you're done with your certification. Now, if you already prepare reports or handle spreadsheets and stuff like that, these are basically your transferable skills that you can put on your CV. Another thing that you can look into is software tester and cybersecurity. These roles are also getting a lot of buzz, and you don't need to have a degree or experience to get into that either. Now, if you want to go into sales, you don't need degree or experience either. And recruitment consulting might be the way to go. So you will be a matchmaker, right? But instead of causing people to fall in love, you will match candidates with job opportunities. Companies will come to you, or you will go to companies and ask them if they have any job openings that they need help with. And then you will help them look for the right candidates to fit the roles that they are advertising for. This role is commission based. You will have your base salary, yes, but then the more candidates you bring, the higher the salary goes, because you gain commission on each candidate that you bring. And it ranges between 30K and 100K. I don't know if you've ever heard of headhunters. So on LinkedIn, there are these people who reach out to you on LinkedIn. They will tell you, oh, I see that you have open on your status or whatever. I have this job opening. Are you interested? Those are the people that I'm talking about, the recruitment consultants. You don't need a certificate for this one. But like I said, considering the current job market, you might want to add a little oomph to your CV. Just bump it up a bit with your sets. You might want to look into these certificates here. It might take you 1 to 6 months to complete the courses, and the cost ranges between 100 to 1,000 pounds. Now, when you're looking for these jobs, you can search for resourcing or recruitment assistant, recruitment coordinator, or junior recruitment consultant. All these are entry-level roles. Now, the skills that you need in these roles is you need to have a great personality and also be good at building relationships. Don't forget that sales jobs are target-based, so you have numbers and targets to meet, and the pressure. Have you ever had any sales friend? Just ask them, they will tell you. I've seen people working in sales. It is not a funny something. The unrealistic targets that they always have to meet. If this is you, say hi in the comments, please. There are other sales jobs that you might want to look into. These are mortgage advisor, estate agent, and then business to business salesperson. Some of the sales jobs, like the estate agents, you would need to have a driver's license and then your own car, because you would have to drive the customer around to show them the houses that you are selling or the houses that you are renting. Another hidden gem is train driver. Okay, listen, I never knew becoming a train driver was so competitive. I saw an ad, okay, then I prompted, because I know people who are looking for jobs, so I prompted someone that, oh, there is a job opening for train driver in C2CS. They were recruiting for train drivers, and you don't need any experience because they're going to train you on it. So I was like, oh, you can apply this. Like within a few minutes, the person went to go and apply. They said they are no longer taking applications. How? From where to where? And they had put in there that, oh, application would close on the 30th, like it was going to close 15 days later. But that same day that I saw it, it closed. So it's very competitive, and the competition is beyond my understanding.
I don't take madness. I don't take far.
To be fair, I'm sure it's so competitive because you don't need any certificate, you don't need to have a degree, you don't need any experience, and after training, you are going to start earning 50k plus. Entry barrier is very low for a lot of people to apply. So, like I said, in this role, you can earn between 50 to 80k depending on your level, right? And also, if you are going to work overtime, you might earn a little bit over what you are already getting. The role that you have to look for is trainee driver, and you can apply to train companies that you know, like Great Western Railroad, London Underground, National Rail, and some companies recruit every year, and some companies also recruit on an ad hoc basis. So I don't know, you might want to keep an eye on it or set an alert on your phone or however you want to do it, so that if any such openings are available, you get an alert and then you can apply as soon as possible, because it's like first come first save. Another industry that you might want to look into is finance or trading. Okay, this industry is a bit tricky or a bit dicey. People go into it with no degree or experience, but then it also depends on the company. Okay, I will explain. So a lot of people know about stock traders, right? What do stock traders do? They buy and sell stocks on the stock exchange market. It's just like business, right? You buy something at a low price and then you sell it for a higher price. So they will buy the stocks when the price of that stock is low, and when the price rises, they will sell it and then they will make profit on it. That's it. I've simplified it. This is also like they earn bonus. They earn a lot of bonus on it. I remember someone calling me to say that, hey, we are in the wrong professional. They just watched a movie, I think Billions or something. It's about investment banking, and someone just got $1 million worth of bonus. I was like, yeah, there's money there, but there's a lot of learning, and there are ways that you can enter without those certificates, but when it gets to a certain point, you would have to take that certification anyways, so you can rise higher, right? But people in the lower level also earn higher bonuses still. So let me get to it. So they can earn over like 200k, but then the entry level pays between 20k to 30k. Right? There will be bonuses, but the bonuses, it fluctuates. Now, for the very entry level, you don't need any certificates, and the company would train you on the job, depending on the company. Like I said, for companies like JP Morgan and all those things, you need to go to uni and you need some certifications, because those companies and those banks, the entry level is very competitive. But firms that recruit for stock traders, they are a lot. We have in tiers. I think it would just be best if I display it here for you to see. So we have the prop trading firms, which don't prefer certificates or skills or nothing. And then the investment banks, they prefer certificates. And then we have the online trading platforms, which also don't. So like I said, it depends on the company, okay? What are the transferable skills that you need here? You can download some trading apps and then start trading with virtual money, not your own money. You trade with virtual money, and then you can add that to your CV that, oh, you've been doing that. And even in the interview, you can show it to them and it will help you get the job. If you prefer working with your hands, you prefer working with manpower. I'm not talking about gym,
What do you do for a living, please?
I gym.
Gym is not a work. I said, what do you do for a living?
I say I work near them.
You might want to look into becoming an electrician or a plumber or jobs that require technical skills. You know, it's back home that carpenters and electricians are underestimated. But in this country, when I'm going out of London or I'm going around, I see someone with a van in their yard and then they will write something electrical services. And I have a colleague who said that the dad is a carpenter and every weekend he goes to America to go and do something. I don't know what it is. And then comes back the following week with a lot of money. Okay, so it's actually a lucrative place that you can also consider. But it is something that requires your physical strength and all that. And as human beings, you will grow, right? Once you get to a certain age, you might not function like you used to. So you might want to consider that as well. But there is a lot of money there, so let's break it down. Some self-employed electricians earn up to 100k a year. When you start as a trainee, you might earn between 12k to 20k, but that is just humble beginnings, right? There is a bigger fish ahead to catch. And once you qualify, you would earn about 40k a year. Now, to become an electrician, you might want to start your journey through apprenticeship. But if you haven't been in the UK for more than 3 years, you will not get apprenticeships. They give it to people who are either citizens or have been here for a while. So you might want to consider certifications. You can start with a level 2 diploma in electrical installation at a local college. This will cost you 1 to 3k per year, and it takes 1 to 3 years to complete. There is a fast track option that takes 6 to 1 year to complete. Depending on where you want to work, you might have to take additional certifications. I saw this guy fixing a Zara light, just fixing light bulb, and he took £100. In these type of jobs, the demand is uncertain, so your salary might go up and down on a monthly basis, but there is still money there. These jobs also give visa sponsorships, okay? If you're a project manager applying to projects in NHS, you would get, because NHS gives visa sponsorships, so you would get a visa sponsorship. So if you are looking for visa sponsorship as well, these roles still apply to you. So if you're currently deciding on where you want to end up or where you want to work, you might want to use this website called theforage.com. That website is like a job simulation. It helps you to know, like for example, data analysts, exactly what data analysts do, like on day-to-day basis, right? So I tried one for, I think, consulting. So they will give you an email and say that, oh, this is what the client has said, this is what they are expecting from you, and you start doing the work or whatever, and then you send an email back, and like I said, like typical day at work. And it will help you decide on what you really want to do. Is it project management? Is it data analyst? Let me quickly show you. You can see here there are all these roles that you can look into, and it cuts across a lot of industries: data to security to marketing to accounting to investment banking to software engineer. All these roles, there is more that you can click on. While you're doing all these things, network with people, okay? Use LinkedIn to gain some connections, because at the end of the day, the connections would also help, because now applying to job openings are not really working for most people. So try and connect with people as well on LinkedIn. You might want to target the lower tier companies and then send an email, or even startups, and then send an email to the CEO or whoever is not the HR, because the HR is very busy. LinkedIn has actually helped me a lot in so you might want to try connecting with people on LinkedIn as well whilst you are still doing these certifications and stuff like that. With these job simulations, once you are done, they will give you a certificate to show that, oh, you actually did the simulation, and you can add a certificate to your CV to say that, oh, I've actually tried to do a job simulation to actually see how your day-to-day work is like in your firm. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please share this video if you think it might help someone decide on where they want to go or where they want to end up, or anyone struggling with looking for a job. And don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. You never know who this video might help. As always, stay smart, good luck with your journey, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hey, so you've watched this video to the end. I've asked you so many questions. You haven't even answered one. You haven't liked the video either, or subscribed even. Hey, my brother, my sister, it is well.